Natalia Bonner. Welcome to the 9 Patchalong 6.0. This is block number 1. So today we're going to be quilting this fun 9 patch quilt block, and we are going to be using machine quilting rulers because of course that's what we focus on in the 9 Patchalong. So today I'll be using the mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler. You can see that I have added our piece and quilt pop socket ruler grip here to the top. We will be doing a little bit of marking, so I'm going to use this long straight ruler that I purchased from the Quilted Pineapple. And then because I'm doing my marking up here on the machine as I go, I'm going to be using the disappearing ink marking pen. So I have created a bonus video where I show you how I quilt my outside border. And because I'm doing all my quilting here on the Gamble 22-inch long arm machine, I'll be quilting my blocks from top to bottom, left to right. So 9 blocks. Today we'll start with block 1, then tomorrow block 2, and so on and so on. And as you work through this 9 Patchalong series, I encourage you to follow along with me, grab your companion design workbook. It does have the design illustrated full scale, and then it also has our QR code that will bring you to this video. But you can make notes in that workbook, doodle, and work right along with me. But make sure you share your progress in our Piece and Quilt Show and Tell Facebook group. We love seeing your work there, and then I'll be back with another video. I really do hope that you find a lot of inspiration though from these videos and use these techniques and tips and tricks that I share here on your own quilts. All right, friends, though, enough chatter here. I'm going to hop down to the machine and let's get doing some marking. For block number 1, we're actually going to start out and do quite a bit of marking. So through every single block here, I'm going to be marking an X along with a T. Now I'm lately loving this disappearing ink marking pen for marking that I'm doing while my quilt's loaded onto the machine. So if it was like a border that I was going to mark out the whole entire thing, you know, like a scallop border or something pretty specific, I would probably still go through and use the blue Mark Be Gone marker just because it does stay for a little bit longer. But for quilting like this, where I'm marking and then quilting it right after, I've definitely been liking this. Now every block that I quilt is different. Sometimes I'll do a lot of marking like I'm showing here today, and sometimes I won't do a lot of marking. I definitely though for these classes like to show kind of a lot of marking just to give you ideas. You know, sometimes just start out with marking reference points and getting ideas. The more you do it, the more creative you will become. Okay, so I need to mark a few more reference points once I have all of the X's marked. Now I'm going to mark a T essentially through each of the blocks. So the marking I want here is on the outside at each point, so I'm finding it easier just to mark that straight line all the way across. And also going this direction. So the design that we're going to be creating within each of these blocks is essentially like a star through the center. So I need to now mark a few reference points coming from each corner. So here, here, here on the diagonal line, I am now going to mark an increment at the 2-inch marking. So right there, flip my ruler, 2 inches, and I'm just going to keep repeating this on each of those points. All right, so once I have all of those reference points marked out, that was definitely a lot of marking for a 9-patch block, but you'll see the end result's going to be worth it. I'm going to show you here the path that I'm going to be quilting, but we're going to mark it out. And sometimes I think it's good to mark designs out just so that you have an idea what your design is actually going to look like, but also maybe so you can understand the path. I'm going to be quilting a point-to-point star. To do this, I'll start here on this outside point and stitch to this marked point. Then from there, I'll stop, adjust my ruler, and stitch up to here. And I'm going to keep repeating that point to point. So let's mark just a few of those lines so you can see what it will look like. And you can really do as much or as little marking as you want when it comes to machine quilting. Definitely, I'm going to say on my quilts, I probably do a lot less than this. I probably mark to the reference point and then just start quilting, but there's nothing wrong with doing a lot of marking. And it also gives you an idea, you know, do I want more quilting? Do I want less quilting? Oh, that was not the right angle. Okay, so the way I'm going to quilt this, I'll quilt that top line. Then when I get over here, I drew another crazy line. Let's fix that. When I get over here, then I'm going to come back across that row. So I'll be traveling back like this. And I'm gonna hold the ruler over here so I can see what I'm doing. And that. Okay, I really like that. Let's get started on that quilting. So like those marked lines, I'm going to begin my stitching up here in that top left point that I had marked. Now, anytime you're doing any ruler quilting, make sure that you do have a ruler foot here on your machine. I also do have the ruler base on the machine, which is essential. And then I'm using my mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler. An essential thing to remember when doing this is gentle pressure. So I mean gentle pressure both here on my ruler as I guide my machine along it, or if you're doing quilting on a sit-down machine, you're going to also just be gliding right along next to that ruler foot. The next thing is when you're holding onto the machine or your fabric, it's also gentle pressure. The more you can relax, the better your results. So I'm going to start here and stitch to that point. If I've not marked out my lines, I'll stitch to the point that I marked to. Now I'll make sure that I hold my ruler 1/4 of an inch away from where I want my thread to intersect over there. When I get to that point, I will stop with my needle in the down position. I like to do that so that the machine doesn't shift, I don't have any movements. I can readjust, reposition my needle, or my machine, and re-engage and stitch to the next point. So simple point-to-point quilting. I'm going to continue and repeat that same process, stitching all the way across. So once I've stitched all the way over here to the right side, now I'll travel back along those lines I'd marked, but you can see I've not marked them the whole way, so then I'm going to turn into that point-to-point stitching. Okay, so instead of stitching all the way down and back up over here, at this point I'll come down to here and then go right into that next row. And I'll repeat that. I'm not going to close myself in and come back to here until the very end. So just watch the path here closely. So now I'll finish off the block, you can see, by stitching here across this side. I love it. That's such a fun design on that block. I do love a little bit heavier quilting. So now I think I'm going to go through and just stitch in the ditch between the blocks. You could always go through and add a design into here, more lines, whatever you want. Have fun with it. But I love how this design turned out. I can't wait to see you all in 9 Patchalong 6.0 block number 2. I hope you found a bit of inspiration from that block. It was really fun to quilt out. I like that it's kind of simple, but it creates a lot of cute interest. So now, because I'm working here on this panel, or if you're even working on a top that you pieced, next I'm going to quilt my sashing, and this is how I work through quilts as I quilt them. I'll start with that border. You can see I've not quilted the border over here on the right yet. So next I'll quilt this sashing. I'm going to drop a free video in your classroom dashboard where I'll show you how I'm going to quilt this sashing, but really if you're joining me, you can quilt yours however you want. And then next we'll move on to block number 2. Don't forget, you can pick up all your supplies like the mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler, add a piece and quilt pop socket ruler grip to the top of that, the disappearing ink marking pen over on our website, pieceandquilt.com.